Hello and welcome to JOGA. My name's Jo. Today we're going to talk about Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Slightly different to Warrior 2. Warrior 2, if you're not quite sure, you can check back in my other videos. We try and line up our hips with the long side of our mat. But with Warrior 1, we're trying to line up the hips to face the front of the mat. So although Warrior 1, Warrior 2, similar names, slightly different placings of feet and hips. So I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to start in a moment in downward dog, going to step through and I'll talk you through it from there. So let's start in downward facing dog. In a moment we're going to step forwards with one of our feet. Again, if you find this tricky, check back in one of my other videos about stepping through. So let's start. Downward facing dog. Just have a moment here just to find your breath. I would suggest to begin with, coming into Warrior 1, we're going to start with our feet hip distance apart. So when you're ready, look forwards, come onto the toes, bring the body through as you step your left foot or one foot forwards, left for today's video. Now to come into Warrior 1, I find it useful, particularly as a beginner, to reduce your stance a little bit. So just make sure that your front foot is next to your hand. So my left foot's next to my left hand. So I have more space on the inside of my foot to my right hand. Now your back foot, just hop it forwards one step and then hop it to the right one little step. And then from here I'm going to spin my heel down and I'm going to end up with my toes facing diagonally forwards, about 45 degrees, but don't worry about that, but just slightly forwards. And this is because my hips are forwards. If I was to practice Warrior 1 in this position, my back foot, I'm now having a bit of battle with my knee to get my hips forwards and slightly twisting my knee. Not great. So we always angle the foot slightly forwards just to protect the knee. The heels are, to begin with, about hip distance apart. As you become more advanced in your practice, you could probably work heel to heel positioning. So from here, we're going to come up. So like Warrior 2 and our lunges, the front knee comes forwards above the ankle. And so in a transition in your vinyasa class, always think that the front knee stays the same, and so it's the back foot that we need to adjust. So from here, I'm going to push towards the outer edge of my back foot, lifting my thigh and my ankle away from the mat so I'm not collapsing in that leg. So nice lift here. Now I'm going to try and bring my belly button to face forwards. So left hip back, right hip forwards. So my belly button is now facing towards the front of the mat. Making sure that I'm not compromising my legs. So that front knee still energizes forwards, back leg energizes back, belly button forwards, and that lift of the chest. And then take both arms up to the sky. And you can either have them alongside your ears like I'm doing here, or you can bring your palms together, cross at your thumbs, push your index finger up, and you can look up at your hands here. Take a few breaths. Whichever position you have chosen. When you're ready, bring yourself out. And then take it to the other side. So Warrior 1, one of those great empowering poses, and once you get it, feels amazing. So I hope you found this useful. Remember to practice. Thank you. Namaste.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting.